of keeping yourself going is constantly telling people lie after lie after lie. And it had been a long time since I'd been really honest with anybody, including myself. And I realized that maybe there was something to this truth thing. And then I immediately heard these other voices that were telling me, don't do that. They won't want anything to do with you. They'll show you how they really feel about you if you tell them the truth. See, that lying was always to try to cover things up, to try to protect myself, because ultimately I knew what I was doing was wrong, but I didn't know how to stop it. I didn't know how to get out of it. That voice of addiction keeps you wrapped, keeps you trapped, and keeps you separated and isolated from human beings, and it keeps you disconnected from anything, including God. And I just kept hearing that voice and kept thinking that thought, and I looked in the mirror and I said, I'm going to go home and I'm going to tell my mom the truth. And I did. And it was scary. And she didn't hate me. And it took me about 1.5 years to really understand that voice that I heard that told me to be honest. But I became to know that voice as Jesus. And I began to realize that he had always been in my life, that he truly was Emmanuel, that he was God with me. And I began to see, as the addiction peeled back and my eyes opened up and life returned and hope came back, that there was something to this honesty thing, and there was something to this Jesus. He completely set me free from not just my addictions, but he set me free from myself. And he gave me hope and life and a blessing, but not just an eternal blessing, but like a blessing here and now, this heaven on earth that I can't understand, I can't make sense of. But I'm going to tell you this right now: if you're trapped in that place of addiction, if you're trapped in that place of hollowness and brokenness, that if you'll call out to him, you'll call out to the name of Jesus, that he'll set you free. That he's faithful to deliver, he's faithful to show up, and he's faithful to be who he says he is. That God that's with you, that God that loves you, that God that died for you, that God that went on the cross and sacrificed his life so you would not have to suffer, so you could have freedom. Every curse broken. In Jesus' mighty name. That's you. Cry out. It's time. I'm sitting here at an intersection about 500 feet from where I crashed that car that night. And I was reminded of all the experience I had, all the suffering, all the hurt. And all it took was a bit of honesty and beginning to listen to that voice and recognize that Jesus is God. Love you guys.